Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. And in this video, I just wanted to show you guys some more areas of how T-Mobile is performing at just 80 megahertz. And that's not even fully aggregated. That's split 40 and aggregated with 40. And we are now 4 years in, post-merger, with 5G usage and devices being at like 75%, FWA being sold at scale, and the network is still performing great. Now, is it fast like what you're seeing on screen currently in every single inch of the market? Of course not. That's not realistic anymore. It's just too far into the 5G cycle for it to still be that fast. Now, T-Mobile is taking measures to fix that. They're trading spectrum. They're trading DoD for more 2.5. They're building a few more sites, so they will get faster again. And then I will make the assumption that it will be faster across the entire market once they go from 80 to 190. That's a given. It's going to be faster. So as you can see by the downlink, 438, almost 80 on the uplink. So at those speeds, if Apple Intelligence cannot process the request at those speeds, then we got a problem. We got a big problem. Because there is not enough millimeter wave contiguous right now in terms of coverage to even think about that having to be the spectrum to take Apple Intelligence to the next level, for an example. There's not enough. No way. No way the carriers are going to build out the densification required for you to connect to millimeter wave like midband. There's no way. It'll be used in certain situations for point-to-point home internet, for big, large, crowded venues. But for the most part, we're going to have to rely on the midband. That's what we're going to have to rely on. We're going to have to rely on the midband. We're going to have to rely on the engineers of the carriers to build this out adequately to where it performs great. We're going to have to rely on the government to give us a clear roadmap for more spectrum. And that's what it's going to have to be. But I think Apple Intelligence will be fine. I think it will be used a good amount. If that's the next 5G use case, I think T-Mobile is gonna bolster the network. They're gonna be ready. They're already looking into that now. Now, since it's been announced, the engineers and the higher ups are probably getting together, and they're looking at, okay, how will this affect my network? What can we anticipate? What's our Apple market share? Right, with the iPhones, maybe even the iPads. Maybe they consider that too. And right now, T-Mobile is scaling everything that they can scale in terms of as we advance 5G. They're looking at aggregation on uplink. They're bringing massive MIMO to uplink. They're bringing massive MIMO to FDD. I mean, they're trying to do everything as fast as humanly possible. So as you can see, the network is performing. It's performing as it should. I'm now doing the NPerf testing, which gives you an idea of the browsing and the streaming, but I still don't think this fully translates into the real world experience. It gives you an idea, but as you're using the network and you're using your applications, that's more of the real world, and I don't think you encounter any issues. If this score is a bit lower percentage-wise, I don't think, for an example, if I don't know, I score 3% lower on the streaming, that's not going to drastically change your real-world experience. It's not like your content is going to load a lot slower now because you scored 1 or 2% lower. So as you can see, 562, 87 on the uplink. Latency is good enough. So that might be, speaking of latency, that might really be the piece that's important for this whole Apple Intelligence. Putting it on network slicing, putting it on the SA core, and drastically cutting the latency, maybe to the single digits versus the 11s, 12s. Maybe it needs to go to the 6, the 7, the 8s milliseconds. That might be where Apple Intelligence can really thrive and be quicker in instant connection, because I think that's what Apple is trying to do with this whole Apple Intelligence. They want it to work instantly. As soon as you put the request in, they want it to appear. And although it'll take a couple of seconds, and that really depends on the internet connection, because as quick as it is, it has to process everything. It has to go. There's a lot happening behind the scenes that we don't see, but in a matter of seconds, all of those requests should be processed, and we should get our answer or complete the task through Apple Intelligence very, very quickly. So yes, this will add new usage onto the network, best believe, especially for AT&T. I feel sorry for some of those engineers, because they're going to have to really ramp up, because they have the largest Apple share in the market today. So I'm going to close out this video. I just wanted to show you guys again, 617.73 up. The performance is good. I think now in 2024, heading into the second half, going to 2025, I really believe that T-Mobile is more than good enough now. Looking at everything, right? Looking at the assets, looking at what they're deploying, looking at the whole US Cellular situation, they are growing their network. It will take more time to really notice that difference, but even just growing coverage by 2%, according to the FCC, biggest growth from the network side. That's still outdated. The FCC data is from 2023 December. So now we're in June, getting ready to head to July. T-Mobile's already bigger now, and they will continue to chip away at it. And then US Cellular, of course, will fill in a bigger piece for that. Some of it might not even be coverage. Some of the US Cellular coverage that they will add, T-Mobile might already have native coverage, but now they're filling in that densification. So US Cellular will greatly help with the network and the reach, and the rest. I mean, at this point, T-Mobile just has to do it. They got to make it happen, right? They got to put those sites up. They got to put the 200-foot towers up. They just have to do it. And in many cases, that's what they're doing. They're doing the work, even with the lower capex. They're making it happen, right? Is it covering every inch of the country yet? No. Is it close to the competition yet? No. But each and every year that passes, they get bigger and bigger. Like I said, off the grid stuff that will be handled by Starlink. If the connection is better than anticipated, I even think some of the gaps, like that are not off the grid, that's supposed to be covered by native, I think Starlink and SpaceX can also fill that in. I think that's something that T-Mobile will look at too. But it'll be interesting to see how the rest of this year plans out. T-Mobile has a lot of sites that they're putting in the ground that have yet to be turned on. Like I said, last year they built a ton that are now just turning on, and now they're building a ton that probably won't be turned on due to fiber and other reasons until the next year. So the coverage is growing. The rural coverage, I'm telling you guys right now, it's going to get better. Just be patient, give them some time, and it will improve. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, subscribe if you are new. Follow my social media outlets. This is Tyrone with Tech Life, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.